if you start to see that there really is no, when you say, I'm doing this with my thoughts, I'm doing that with my thoughts. What is that? Who is that? Thoughts arise, another thought arises about what to do with those thoughts. And then there's a thought of acceptance, and then there's a stillness that starts to happen within the emotion. This idea of an entity, of a separate individual, is kind of the linchpin behind a lot of our fears, a tremendous, if not all of them, because it's this self that we think about. Marian, Amy. We don't even know what it is. It's just that we have a feeling that it's there. And it's very important. Now, right? With the whole story, the past, and up, from childhood up until what happened yesterday, right? It's a story. It's thought. And then we become concerned about the future for this entity. Now, obviously there's a body, right? And the body exists within our consciousness, let's say. The body's changing constantly. Is this changing? Really, it's an organism. It's flesh, isn't it? Cells moving, changing, blood flowing, all of this, right? It's part of form, the world of form. So that's always changing. That is not what we are. That is inside of what we are. So this consciousness that you speak of, this is the key. I think this is the key, and it's very good that you're onto this, that this consciousness is always here. This consciousness that includes the wisdom of mind, the intelligence of mind, and the capacity to generate and experience thought. Right? This so neutral, so free. And yet when we think about a person named Amy whose reputation could be damaged or elevated, everyone imagines, well, when X happens, then this entity will have this, some kind of award will happen. Some kind of, inner shift will happen, and then this entity will be set on constant happiness. You see, like it's all just thinking, but it's all rooted in this idea of a self concept. And Sid called it ego. He called it the image of self-importance. Sometimes I say, look, it's really just the image of a self. Period. If you don't, now there are times when you're not even considering yourself. It's the idea of Marian is not occurring, and yet you are.